Rain poured over the crowded city streets that night, blurring neon lights into streaks of color. Ethan Cole, a successful but weary CEO, sat in his car, hands gripping the steering wheel. His expensive suit was soaked, his tie loosened, and his eyes, usually calm and sharp, were filled with panic. He glanced at the clock. 8:14 p.m. His daughter's 8th birthday was tomorrow, and everything was falling apart. She had one wish. "I just want Mommy to come this time. Daddy?" But there was no Mommy. His wife had passed away years ago, and ever since then little Lila had refused birthday parties. Refused presents, refused joy. This year Ethan had promised it would be different. He had planned a small family party, even told Lila that Mommy would be there in spirit. But when she told her teacher and friends that her mom was coming home, Ethan realized his daughter believed it literally. He couldn't crush her hope again. He needed help. Someone who could pretend, just for one day. That's when he saw her, standing under a flickering street lamp, holding a broken umbrella, was a woman with tired eyes in a uniform from the nearby cafe. Her name tag read Sophie. She was trying to flag down a bus, shivering in the rain. Ethan didn't think, he just acted. He pulled over, rolled down the window and called out, "Excuse me." She startled. "Yes? Please don't be alarmed. I know this sounds insane, but I need your help." Her brow furrowed. "My help?" He stepped out into the rain, the desperation in his voice cutting through the noise of the city. "My daughter's birthday is tomorrow. She thinks her mother is coming, but her mother's gone. He paused, his voice cracking slightly. "I just can't let her be disappointed again." Sophie stared, unsure whether to pity him or run. "And what exactly do you need me to do?" "Pretend," he said quietly. "Pretend to be my wife. For one day. For her." The silence between them was filled with raindrops hitting the asphalt. Sophie blinked in disbelief. "You want me, a stranger, to pretend to be your wife?" Ethan nodded, the rain running down his face. "I'll pay you. Anything you want. I just can't bear to see her cry again." She hesitated. She had just lost her apartment that week, worked double shifts, and had nowhere to sleep tonight. Against her better judgment, something about the man's broken tone, not his money, not his suit, but his desperation as a father moved her. She sighed, hugging her umbrella tighter. "Just one day?" He exhaled shakily. "One day, I promise." She nodded slowly. "All right, I'll help." Ethan's eyes glistened, not with power, not with relief, but with gratitude so raw it almost hurt to look at. And under that streetlight, two strangers made an impossible agreement, for the sake of a little girl who still believed in magic. The next afternoon, the Cole mansion buzzed with warmth and color. Balloons lined the grand staircase and the scent of vanilla cake filled the air. Lila twirled in her blue dress, giggling as she arranged cupcakes on the table. "Daddy, will Mommy like these?" Ethan froze for a moment, then forced a smile. "She'll love them, sweetheart." Just then the front door creaked open. Lila turned as she was and her eyes widened. Sophie stood there wearing a soft white dress Ethan had bought that morning. Her hair was neatly curled and a gentle nervousness clung to her like perfume. She looked nothing like the weary barista he'd met under the rain. Lila gasped. "Mommy." Ethan's breath caught. Sophie blinked, her throat tightening. She wasn't supposed to feel this much. But the look on the little girl's face melted every hesitation. She knelt and opened her arms. "Hey, birthday girl." Lila ran into her embrace. For the rest of the day, laughter filled the house. Sophie painted with Lila, cut the cake beside Ethan, and sang happy birthday louder than anyone. For a few precious hours, she forgot she was pretending. Ethan watched them quietly from the doorway, Sophie laughing, Lila glowing. And something in his chest stirred that had long been buried. When the guests were gone and Lila was tucked into bed, Sophie stood by the window, looking out at the city lights. "You didn't tell me she looked so much like her mother," she whispered. Ethan's voice was soft. "I didn't want..."